Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on Pirate Arabella. She's a 56 by 74 around diamond from Diamond Art Club. And I think we're going to start, let's start with the arrows. Let's start with that arrow, and I think that's DMC 3024, which is little container 28. So what I did was I took out all the container for all of this. I'm gonna leave that bird till the end, which, you know what's funny is last time when I worked on this and I went down to this, I didn't even realize what this was till when I uploaded the video and I was, editing and stuff. I was like, hey, that's a bird. So I have a new tool today, and it's these. I got this on Etsy, and they're called Pretty Placers. Pretty Placers, and it was on Etsy. So I think if you just type in Pretty Placers. Now this one here is lemongrass. So they, they're scented, but it's wax. So then I don't have to put wax in my pen. It's already waxed. Now I did read the instruction. It said not to push hard because it'll break the tip of your crayon. So they're like crayons. And what was I doing again? Yeah, the arrow. So this one too, you can only do one at a time. So if you're someone that does quite a few at once, then that wouldn't work. Like if you use placers, but I tend to do, I might do the multi-placer once in a while, but I don't mind having different pens. I mean, I got my husband to make these for me, and I've had several questions to see if we're gonna put them up for sale. Not in the near future, I don't think. Just because my husband just doesn't have the time to make any more. But maybe someday. See, I don't know, maybe this will work better when my hand is better. I don't know, we'll see. Well, I'll try it again in a minute. I think if you were to do this, if you do a lot of diamond painting and you do this for several hours, it's good to have different shape. What I like about this is that it has a place where it's comfortable for your hand, so your hand doesn't cramp. That's what I like about these. But I think to have different ones would help with that. See, this doesn't have that curb thing, right? And it's kind of small, but it's still good. I like the fact that I don't have to replace the wax because it is wax. And I guess as you use it, you would just sharpen it and make it sharp again. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's all done. Yay. So that was number 28. That was quick. I like having the different numbers, not just work on one number the whole time, but I mean, when you're on the edges like this, a lot of times it's the background, right? So it has a lot of one color. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've filmed one of these because of my hand. Okay, because of my hand, I have a lot of doctor's appointment, and I find that when or not doctor's appointment, but hospital appointments, I have 2 physios a week. And because one physio's for my hand, The other physio is for my shoulder. And next week I have to go for x-rays. Regular x-ray because I had cancer when I was 25. So I have to go for blood tests every year. I have to go for an x-ray every year. You know, mammogram every 2 years, which I got a call for that. I might wait till we're doing a little better in our area with what's going on in the world, because I find I have enough right now to, and just wait till I'm not at the hospital 3 times a week as it is. Ugh. I just don't want to make another trip into town. But anyway, so I have that. Next week I have to go in 3 times. I have 2 x-rays. One of the x-ray my doctor wants me to do is a bone density. Just because of, you know, my age and the fact that I fell and broke my arm or my wrist. He wants me to do that test just to make sure. So I didn't replace the wax in this. I should do that. That's still the wax from the last time. So it's a little old. So I have 2 x-rays on Monday, and I have a physio on Thursday and Friday. Now the week after, I'm going to try and schedule my 2 physios the same day so that I can only make 1 trip to town, because this is ridiculous. It's a lot of, and right now I can't drive because, okay, what's going on? There's no wax. Oh, again, it left it there. There, I got wax. Now we can keep going. So on Monday, 2 x-rays, then a physio on Thursday and Friday. And right now I can't drive because I don't know, you know, with one hand, if I have to make a sudden movement, I don't know if, you know, if I could do that safely. So my husband has to drive me. And especially my left hand, it's not my dominant hand, so I just rather not take the chance. So next week, my husband's in courses all week, so my son is going to have to drive me every day or 3 times next week. So I just hate being a burden, you know, but you got to do what you got to do. And so there's that. What was I talking about? So I have those appointments next week. Oh, so I've been at the hospital a lot. So, you know, when I come home, and it's like a workout. I will tell you, it is like a workout. When you come home, you are exhausted. And when was it? On Thursday, I went for my shoulder for the first time. Thursday night, I did not sleep at all from the pain, from just working that shoulder. So last night, I was in bed at 8:30 because I was exhausted because I didn't go to sleep when I came home. Because, you know, like, it's been 10 weeks since I broke my arm. Well, I was doing some housework, you know. I was getting the dishes done. That I kept on, you know, regularly. But there's some stuff, you know, in vacuuming and stuff, but there's some stuff you just kind of let go on the wayside. Once a month, I love to wash my washer. I put a cycle through it and wash my washer, you know, with a fresh stuff. And then I usually do that after I wash my son's. I do it once a month, but I usually do it especially after I do my son's comforter, because the the dogs sleep with him in bed. So we, a lot of dog hair. So when I wash his comforter once a month, I wash the washer because it's full of dog hair. Then I take paper towels and after the fact, and I just wipe everything down on the inside and everything. And this time around, like where you pull out and you put your soap dispense, like the soap for the washer and all that stuff, I took that completely out and I scrubbed it. That took me, whoa, Alexa. What? That was Alexa. That was weird. I never said anything. And she said something about, I can't find the device for your TV. Okay. I didn't ask you to do anything. Oh, it's like one time I did a YouTube video and I was talking about her and something that happened that was really funny. My son played a little joke on me, and when people were listening to the video, I was awakening theirs all over the world because I have people from everywhere that watch my YouTube videos. So I thought, oh, there goes the wax again. I thought that was pretty funny. Love that. There, let's refill it. I might try that little wax. I think I'm just so used to this, and with my hand the way it is, just more comfortable. Okay, I have one there. Let go. So I did that this week. When I would get home, I would pick one of those. So I did the washer one day, and that took me a good, because I think our water, it has, I don't know, some kind of metal in it or something, because there was quite a bit of residue in that thing. So I scrubbed it clean. So I did that, and then I also did my oven. My oven has a self-cleaning, but of course, once the self-cleaning is done, you still have to wipe it down. And where it had been like 12 or 10, 11 weeks since I'd done it, it was in dire need of it. So I did it twice each. I have two ovens, like two ovens in one stove. So I did both a couple times to make sure that it got the oven super clean. So I did that, and I did my dishwasher. So those are all done. Now, next week, because I'm starting to be able to do a whole lot more with my arm. So next week, I think what I'm going to do, I might not be able to do all my cupboards, like all the doors and stuff, because I think my hand's going to get overwhelmed, because I'm trying to use my right hand the most that I can. I'm using all that regular stuff that we do every day, like household chores and dishes and all that kind of stuff, as therapy for my wrist. And the last time I went, she said she saw a huge improvement. And I said, I'm doing my exercises and stuff, you know, maybe three times a day. But I said, but then I use my hand. I make sure that I use my hand to do, you know, even though I'm used to using my left hand now, because I've been doing it for 3 months, I force myself to use my right hand. It's way slower. That's another thing. It probably wouldn't have taken me an hour to clean that thing, but because I'm using my right hand, it's taken me way longer. But I'm using it as therapy. So that's the way I keep telling myself. Yeah, it's taken longer, but so I didn't have time to, you know, my days were pretty full. So today's Saturday. Normally I would not film on Saturday, but I got up super early because on my Patreon we have 3 lives today. We had one at 9, and then we're going to have one at 2, and then one at 6 tonight, I think. So 3 different times. So I came downstairs. We had pizzas last night, so that's the only dishes that are left to do. So there was pizza sauce on the pizza pans, so I put hot water and soap in the pans, and I thought, you know what? Take an hour and do a little bit on your diamond painting. I stopped here because I was like, oh my gosh, did I put the wrong color? Because I'm getting, you know, used to the diamond painting, so sometimes I don't look. It's like, no, always look. Always look. Okay, so now we got number 20. Oh, and I forgot to put the cover on this. So the great thing is I put the number on the bottom and on the top. So if I do that too much and I don't, you know, so I don't say, oh my goodness, what was which color? Because once it's off, I don't know. So I put it at the top and the bottom. Normally, I put the cover right back on, but it could happen, right? It could happen. So always go by the worst case scenario. And I think that has to do with my job. You know, I was a 911 dispatcher for 14 years. And it's always like, go worst case scenario. Always worst case scenario. That way they might get over response, you know, but at least we're not. Worst case scenario from what they've, you know, they've told you kind of thing. Go with what they tell you, but if they go, oh, I don't know, and they tell you 2 things, go with the worst case scenario so that you're safe. So, another ball of wax. Got wax in there? I have to because it's picking up some diamonds, but so I've made some progress on my books. Tools of engagements, I'm about 50%, but I don't know why, but I started reading a 5th book. Like, what are you doing? But I don't know. There's one author that I really love, K.A. Tucker, and she has, I don't know, she's a pretty diverse author. She's the one that wrote Simple Wild, which is kind of an adult contemporary, and it has to do with Alaska. There's 3 books in the series right now, or 2 in a novella, and the 3rd full novel coming out next year or this year sometime. So I read, that was, I think, the first book that I read from her. But if I really love an author, then I go back and I work on their backlist. And she does mystery thrillers really well too. So I read, I think it was called 10 Little Breaths. It was a series, and there was 5 or 6 books, including novellas and stuff. And I read them all in like 2 months before Christmas. Love them. And I was like, okay, I got to read from other authors. But for some reason this month I was like, oh, I think I want to start her next series that I have here. And what's it called? Burying Waters, or Water, is the first one. And I thought, you know what? I'll just read like a little bit and I don't know, I'm on chapter 7 or 8 in that book. So almost 20% into that book. So I haven't read in the other books. So today I have to read in the other books. In between my lives today, I'm going to try and do other stuff. I want to finish my dishes. I want to put a load of laundry on. I want to change the bedding on my bed today. Oh, I don't know. I was like, oh, is there one there? What is going on? No. Okay, that's why it wouldn't come off. So just try to do a whole bunch of things. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit more slack, but I have to do stuff on the weekend because, like, for example, next week I have 3 days that I'm at the hospital. So your day is shortened quite a bit. So I have to make sure that I do stuff during the week or during the weekend. So I want to do today. I don't think I'm gonna, well, this one video, but I don't think I'm gonna do another one, but this will go up today. Tomorrow I'll prepare the video for Monday, and oof, maybe tomorrow I can do another whip and chat for Tuesday on my channel, because Monday I won't be able to. Maybe Monday I will be. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I have to get another video ready for the scrapbooking part. I have quite a bit of videos to do for next week. So maybe tomorrow I can do 2. Well, we'll see. I just hate doing a bunch of stuff on the weekends, you know, because that's when everybody's home. It's like, just like, 1, I like to spend time with them, but 2, it's just harder. I have to tell them, shh, you need to be quiet. But now that I'm doing this full time, at least I don't have to say, oh, and then next week I got 3 shifts or 4 shifts of 12 hours. You know, I don't have that. So that's good. I don't think, you know, if I wouldn't have, retired, I don't think I could have, I couldn't have gone back. There's no way. Not for another couple weeks. There's no way. Oh, there's one on there already. I kept trying to put another one on. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work. So, so I can figure it out. I mean, like I said, that's basically what I do now. All I gotta fit in is my regular stuff. My regular life stuff. Dishes, laundry, cooking supper, you know, that kind of stuff. There we go. So these are the 2 colors that had the most. So I'm glad I'm kind of doing those first, and then it'll be more fun changing colors. It's not as fast, but I just find it more fun. I need to put another one of those down here so I can tell where it ends. Here, I'll just do that row right now. Did I? Oh no, okay. So with this, I should have went one more row with the white. Okay, so I'll just pull that back. What I might do is take out the ones right away after and just get those done. Get that section done. So when you guys do a diamond painting, do you open up like a huge area and then you just diamond paint a whole bunch, or do you section it off like this into chunks and then work on those chunks? I kind of like to, I'm the type, I guess the type of personality that I like to see results fairly quickly. So I find that when I would open up, I did it the other way. When I would open up a big section, it would take so long to see results. And I think that's why I got a little, I don't want to say, well, almost bored with cross stitch, because it takes so long before you see any kind of results. Plus with my eyes and getting older, I found that, oof, that was difficult. I'm not saying I'll never do cross stitch again. Now that, you know, I'm kind of working from home, the possibilities of different crafts all of a sudden opens up pretty big. I want to be able to do different things, but right now I want to concentrate on these diamond paintings because I have so many of them. So like I said, I want to do 10 this year. If I can do more than 10, that's awesome. I don't know if I'll be able to though. I'm gonna have to put it on the docket every day instead of just 2-3 times a week. Because what did I say? Almost every month I have to finish one, right? So by the end of January, the middle of January, this should be half done. And it's not. So we'll see. Okay, this is bugging me. I have these little clips at the bottom of, kind of keeping it rolled up, but it's pushing into my arm quite a bit. So I'll just move them, put them back when I'm done. Time is at 10:46. My next one's at 2. So at 1 o'clock, I like to go upstairs and I cut all the embellishments, all ready to go. All ready to go. Find some pictures, all that good stuff. I probably should have done that sometime this week, but I kind of ran out of time. And I knew it was in 3 different hours, and then I could, where it's on a Saturday, I kind of dedicated my whole day basically to that. I didn't even think I was going to do like another video like this, so so it's all good. I'll have lots of time. I did that this morning. Last night though, I went upstairs and I cleaned my craft room for, is there one there? No. For about half an hour, so that this morning I wouldn't have to do that, and I'm glad I did that. I might put another 15-minute this afternoon after I'm done and do 15 minutes of cleaning. I think though before, I think I'm going to do my 20-minute on the bike, or maybe today. I haven't done the bike in 3 days, so I might do 10 minutes. I might do, oh, you know what I should do? I should do 10 minutes after I'm done this, and then do it 10 minutes later on. I'd like to do 20 minutes today, but I don't think I can do it in a row. Just, 3 days off, and it feels like it's way more than that. I kind of feel like I need to build up to it again. If 20 minutes feels like a unsurmountable mountain, break it down in chunks. I'm going to do 10 minutes, and then a few hours later, I'll do another 10 minutes. And I'll do that a few times this week until I feel like, okay, yeah, I'm good for the 20 again. There. So yeah, I'm in the middle of 5 books. I think Becoming, I'm at 40%. So last time I think I was at 16 or 20%. So I'm getting there. 36% I think is what I'm at. 36%. And Tools of Engagement, I'm at 50% or 42%. I guess I should give the accurate 42%. So those two I'm really close. And then Little Women, I'm at maybe 25%. 25%, I think. So I've made some progress on that too. And then my new book, I'm at 20%. It's just so interesting. Oh, it's thrilling. You know where it is a mystery thriller? It is thrilling. So, okay, now we're going to do number 40, which is the K. Okay, I'm going to try that other pen again. I'm at 30 minutes. So I'm going to try and get quite a bit done today. It'd be awesome if I could finish this section since I haven't done any other all week. Oh, oops. I'm having a hard time placing them with this. And it might be because I have a gimped hand, right? It might be. Or I'm just not used to it. No, I gotta give it a chance. Give it a chance. There we go. What is that? A rogue diamond. It was upside down, so I know it was the wrong color. It was white, and this was like browns and stuff, so. But I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know if it's from the white I was doing today, like the AB diamond, or if it's one from a previous time. So I'll just chuck it. Okay. I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to switch again because this is, like I said, maybe it's just because I need to get used to this, but it is working out my hand more, so I'm like my hand's getting quickly fatigued with this, which, you know, I can do off and on so that I get an extra, sort of like an extra workout. It's like maybe adding a dumbbell to it, right? That equivalent. Talking about dumbbells, I had to order some because now she said I'm ready to add weight to sort of like my exercise. So I'm like, okay. So I ordered some from Amazon. She said, you know, you can go to Walmart and buy some. But because of everything that's going on, I'd rather not go into, oh, there's 2 Ks there. And I was looking too. Oof. Yeah, I can't use that to do that. The whole pencil was full of diamonds. Usually I'll take my pen and just go in the, that's one thing, if you don't put it right, it's hard to fix it. And again, it could be my hand. I just have a hard time fixing it. Okay, so that's done. So let's do that one there, which is Which one is that? Number 7. Number 7. I can see my tray. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to this for a bit. Yeah, my hand is super tired. Maybe it's, you know, it's not ergonomically as good as these. Like I said, I do like the fact that I don't have to refill the pen, and maybe because of my hand, I'm just gonna need some extra time with it. I'm still gonna use them. Oh, this is starting to rip. Definitely gonna add, it's not parchment paper, it's like, I don't know. I got it on Amazon. It's like, they say it's for diamond paintings. It doesn't stick, you know, like permanently. It comes off really easy. I really like it. Okay, so that was quick with that one. Now we're gonna do C, and C is number 39. There's not a lot of C's either. So this should be quick. It's just like a darker brown, and that's DMC. I forgot to say the other ones, but oh well. 3860. 3860. I think that's it. I'm gonna look here. I can't wait to do those. They're gonna be like, nice colors. That's why I want to keep them for last. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do them at first. Let's do the, if you will, the boring colors. Number 6, which is a gray. Oops, there's some in here, so I gotta make sure I do those also. I didn't watch any TV last week. None. I mainly read. I watched a few YouTube videos, not very many. I love watching cooking videos. So there's Large Family Table that I watch, and Amy Marion, or Marion, the Marion family. So I watched, I think, a video each last week. Okay, so let's do this one. This one is 38, I think. Yes, 38. So I have a few of those, so we'll get those done. So yeah, I watched, what is this? I watched a few of those videos, and quite a few booktubers, because they're all doing, you know, best book, best romance of 2020, my next 5 best books or 10 best books for this category and that category, what I'm going to read in January. Like, I love all those kinds of videos, because that's how I find out about a lot of the books that I want to read. It's not good on the pocketbook because I usually have my Amazon open and I put all those books on my wish list, and then I stalk Amazon every day and see if they go on sale. I usually wait till they're at least 30% on sale, and then I'll get them. Or I also put the Kindle book, and if the Kindle book goes for like $1.99 or $2.99, then I get it. Because some books it doesn't matter if I have the physical copy or not. So I'm okay with, and especially with my hand, I can now read finally with, you know, using a book. Out of all the books I'm reading right now, there's only one that's physical, a physical book, because Then when my arm gets tired, I move over to my Kindle. And I have one audiobook, which is Becoming, which I bought from Audible. Oh. The plastic is on there. Let's move that. Yay. Okay. Well, one thing I could chat about is the adventure that we had last week with our golden doodle. We have a golden doodle that is going to be 7, January 31st. What symbol am I doing? What I like to call the fly swatter, and that's 3325. It's a blue again. So last week, not just this past week that just went by, but the week before, there was a big bump, huge bump, the size of a grapefruit that came out on the throat of our golden doodle. So anyway, my son called the vet and he had an appointment on Saturday, last Saturday, so a week ago. Now, when we brought him, they said, oh, we're pretty sure it's a tumor. And if, you know, at the rate that it's growing, it's going to be really fast, that he won't be able to breathe, and, you know, so he's going to pass away. So my son was devastated. Like, Josh, that's his baby. Like, Josh doesn't want kids, he wants dogs. So he cried all of Saturday. And so he got them to do a test. Anyway, that vet bill was, you know, over $300. And so then they said it was going to take 5 days for the results to come in. So that, you know, we had to wait. It is what it is. So on Tuesday, they let him outside, and when he came in, he was bleeding everywhere. Like, we thought he had, like, scratched off or broke or, you know, severed, because they had taken a sample and it had been leaking ever since. And like more and more and more and more and more. So Taylor was holding, like, he was calling out. So I came out because I was reading, and he's like, can you get Dave? Ace's, I think he's bleeding out, like he's bleeding a lot. So I went and got him paper towels to put pressure on it. And then I ran down, got my husband. My son, in the meantime, was calling the vet to, you know, to get him in. And the vet that we brought him in on Saturday said, we can't take him today, so you're gonna have to call another vet. So they had suggested a vet that was 40 minutes away from us, and we're like, no. So we called the one in Shediac, which is, you know, really close, like 8 minutes from us. So they took him there. And when they brought him in, they said, can you let go, you know, of where it's bleeding? And when he did, there was like blood everywhere, all over their floor. And they were like, ooh. So they were, my husband said you could tell, like, they were worried. So they brought him in the back and they did a test. And that vet there, which is smaller than the first one, were able to do a test right there and get the results, like, right away. Like, they put it under a microscope right away. And they said it was infection. You know what? I'm going to do right there. So they said, like, it's an infection. So they gave him, you know, so that what was coming out was blood mixed with pus and everything. And so they gave him antibiotics. They flushed it all out, like they shaved them where the thing was, and they flushed it all out. You know, they were gone like 2 hours. that vet bill, they didn't even charge us an emergency fee, which I thought they were. It was $220. We're like, what? And they're like, okay, we want to see him tomorrow to see how he's doing. He had a fever and everything, poor little Ace. So they gave him painkillers because they said he's probably in pain because that's like a lot of pressure and stuff. And so they did all that cleaning and all that stuff. And the vet bill was $200, $220. We're like, what? And they were there a long time, way longer than the day before. So we're like, huh. So they want to see him the next day. So we're like, you know, it's probably going to be another $150, $200. We went the next day. It was $20, $20. And they said, oh my goodness, he's doing so much better. And we can tell, you know, the fever's gone. So make sure you finish the antibiotics. Keep an eye out on the wound and stuff so it doesn't look infected, or if it starts leaking again, like really bad, bring him back. But it looks like he's already doing okay. They got us to watch, look at his gums because of the infection. They said it could be that he could become anemic and he would need a blood transfusion and all this stuff. But his gums are nice and pink, so that's good. And so that was the adventure that we had this week, on top of everything else. So next one is, I'm going to do this one here, and it's 31, which is DMC 3350. We're at 46 minutes, so maybe we can get this section done, because I don't mind going over an hour just a little bit, because then it's just 11, so I still have time to do a bunch of stuff around the house before my next live, and I have to get ready for my next live too. So, but I think I'm gonna have, I don't know if I'll have time to upload it to YouTube before my next live, but I'm gonna try. So that's done. Now the next one is number 22, which is that one right there. 22, and it's 814. Oof, these are hard to open. But I'm doing much better with being able to grip. I went for my physio on Friday for my wrist, and I was telling her like I'm opening doors and, you know, everything's slow, but I'm doing the dishes, I'm doing stuff like that. So she said, keep doing that, because I've noticed an improvement already. So I'm going to do the letter S. I'm going to do that next. There's not a lot of each, so it's a lot of changing, but it's okay. I love the different colors. We've been doing the same colors for so long. So it's nice now that we're getting into sections that, oh, nothing, that we actually see colors. Oops, one more. Okay, and the next one, there's one. It's all good. What is that? 30, which is like a peach. What I should try is try to open them. I'm holding them with this though, which I couldn't do before. I couldn't hold any container and try to open it with my left hand. What I had to do if I was opening anything, is that it right there? I think so. 27. I had to put the jar or whatever in between my legs, and then I would open it that way. So I don't think I can do like anything that's too heavy still, like that I would have to twist too much. I don't think I could hold it with my right wrist, but this is a good start because those containers are small and they're not like, it's not, you know, like a container or a jar that you try to open sometimes, you really have to reef on it. This I don't have to do as much, so it's like the baby weight of a pound, right? Start with the 1 pound and then move on. She said I could move on to the 2 pound, but the 2 pound was going to take way longer to come in, so I still ordered the 1 pound. I was using a can of soup, which is so awkward. Plus, I figured the 1 pound, I can use it when I'm doing the bike for my arms. Try to rebuild some strength in my arm. So I'm going to do that. And that one's coming in on Monday. And then the 2 pound is only coming in on Friday next week. So that's a whole week of therapy or exercise that, oops. So that one is $3,799, which is a dark, dark gray. And I only have 3 of those. Oh, I might lift this one here and do underneath. There. Okay. Ooh, I just have the beak. Yay. That might be a little faster because I think there's only like 3 colors. 3 or 4 colors. So let's do this one here, which is the 2 dot, which is number 12. I'm going to have a lot of colors to put away because I don't put them, I don't put them away right away. I just put them to the side. The faster I can get this done, the better. And then at the end, I just take a minute and put them all away. There. Come on. Ugh. Okay, maybe I can try the wax crayon again. My arm is rested again, so next color I'm going to take the wax crayon and just see if it's just something that I need to get used to. I'm trying to get this done too before everybody's still sleeping. We have young adults in here, so they sleep late on weekends because they stay up late Friday night. I was in bed at 8:30, so I was awake at 7. Number 2, right? 2, yeah, that's the only number 2. It's like a peach, and that looks more like yellow. Just, like a peachy orange. And on here, is there a 2 number 2? No, so it has to be this. I don't know, the color's really different, or maybe it's just the way I'm seeing it. Maybe because it's so close to some other yellows, I don't know. Don't know. It's just looking off to me. Oh, I said I was going to use the pretty placer. Let's do that. Oops, don't push hard. Let's try to do this. Oh, I don't know. I seem to have quite a bit of issue with it. But I'm happy, like, if you remember when I had my cast on, and even with the splint, I could only do a little bit, like maybe 5 minutes, and then I would switch to my left arm. And the last few times I've been using all my right arm, so I'm building strength. Building strength. And even with my scrapbooking, like when I use my cutter, I use my right arm for the cutter, which is good. There. That's upside down. That's no good. Let's flip some the right way here. Okay, I had to stop the recording because people were starting to get up. Okay, so 18. So let's quickly, I was almost done too, right? Almost got away with it. But I'm going to quickly do this, finish all the yellow part. And I decided to open it up and do that too, just because next time I don't want to have to take out those yellows just for like six of them, you know, diamonds. So I'm just gonna finish them off, that section. So the bird's beak will be done. There we go. Okay, so that's done. That was DMC 742. Now I'm going to do the percentage, which is DMC 743. So just to shade off the other one. And that's what makes it so that these diamond paintings have, oops, that's upside down. Gives shading, right? It's from all those DMC just being off a few numbers. Love it. Okay. Just like that. Trying to hurry. I'm going a little faster than I was before because I don't want, like, they took the dogs back in the room, but I know they want breakfast and all that stuff, so I'm just going to be quickly here. So the 2 dots was number 12 in these, in DMC 434, which is like a brown. So I have 2 of those. That's what I mean. Like, I didn't want to have to, the containers are out. So one thing I did too, while they were taking the dogs out and everything, I put all those containers away that I had out. So the last one is number 2, which is DMC 132. So I think this is AB. I think anything under 150 is an AB, isn't it? There. Super sparkly. So apparently I just got to go fast with this, and then it's okay. Well, maybe not. Okay, awesome. So tomorrow or Monday, I'll try to get another section started. But I'm happy I got this section done today. And that's, oof, it's giving me a hard time. This was the last one. So that's it. We finished this section here, which I'm really happy. I love how the bird looks. And that's it. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.